Just a quick reminder before I get started, guys, I'm streaming right now on Twitch when this video goes live. I'll be streaming for about like 2 to 3 hours. So if you want to come by twitch.tv/iLootGames, you are actually able to earn drops while watching me. That includes this awesome holo spray and some exclusive loading screens. There's multiple things you can earn just by watching the stream. So twitch.tv/iLootGames. Enjoy the patch notes and then come on by. What's going on, everyone? iLootGames here, back with another video. We got the official Apex Legends patch notes that just came out hot off the press. Let's go ahead and go over them as quick as possible and get you updated with everything that's coming to the brand new Apex Legends Escape season. So we got the new legend Ash, and by the way, I'm reading these for the first time with you. We already know the details on Ash. I don't want to waste your time. We can go over the passive real quick. Marked for death. Ash's map shows the location of recent death boxes. She gets a special prompt on the death box. Use it to mark surviving attackers once per box, which is a really cool ability. Tactical is the arc snare. Throw a spinning snare that damages and tethers the first enemy that gets too close. And the ultimate is phase breach. Tear open a one-way portal to a targeted location. This portal stays open for a short time during which anyone can use it. Now I am going to not cover everything because I already have videos on the map. I already have videos on Ash. So if you want to go check those out, they'll be in the description. If you want the link to these patch notes, that'll also be in the description if you'd like to just read them yourself. So Battle Royale map rotation. For Escape update, the map rotation will be back to 2 maps, Stormpoint and World's Edge, with Stormpoint being a whole new map. We want to make sure players have plenty of time to master the new arena, which is really cool. Arena's map rotation. With the introduction of Encore, the Arena's map rotation will now include only the custom-made arena maps. We will not be using BR locations for Arena in the Escape update. So that's really nice. You know, the BR locations were just a way for them to kind of fill in content, so I'm glad that they're not doing that anymore. New weapon is the car SMG. We already know this. When you're in a precarious place, you need a dangerous, flexible weapon. Meet the car SMG. The Combat Advanced Round Submachine Gun is a fully automatic weapon that takes adaptability to the next level by accepting either light or heavy mags. The car hits hard, but handles light. This hybrid weapon's the best of both worlds, I assume is what they meant, for when you're ready to take a stand and become the most dangerous thing on the island. Now, after I just watched real quick some people who released some gameplay, and the car SMG is an interesting one. I highly suggest you go and check out some people who tested it out. Ranked updates. Hello, Legends. Let's take a quick look at how Ranked and Emergence shaped up and review the changes. Ranked continues to attract a large portion of players, around 40% of all playtime. That's interesting, but this doesn't mean we can't look to make improvements. We fixed an issue where expired skydive trails remained accessible for longer than they should have. Great. These trails will now expire on the intended seasonal cadence, as mentioned originally in the Ranked Series 3 post. So those of you like me who were using your Masters Trail for 2 seasons ago and no longer be able to do that, sadly. Ranked Battle Royale Escape. Skill in Apex Legend can be evaluated in all sorts of ways. It's an amalgamation of gun skill, movement, positioning, and awareness, legend mastery, and prevailing over everyone else as champion. That separates the lowly bronze from Apex Predators. Wow, that's kind of mean. Overly. With that in mind, we want to provide more flexibility and nuance to how players can express skill when RP games are at stake. Before Escape, measurements have been simple and straightforward. We grant RP based on kill points and a placement multiplier. Now, we're easing back on some RP restrictions to offer other routes to max out kill-related RP in a match. So, just to summarize it, or apparently this is going to be summarized, kill RP values now take difference between killer and victim rank tiers into account. Their kill RP cap, as we have traditionally thought about it up to this point, is effectively being raised from 6 to 7. However, this kill-related RP can be reached in different ways depending on their tier difference and placement. Placement is still paramount, and you still must place first to have a chance to have max total RP. To expand on the first point, tier differences between the killer and victim will be taken into account when calculating baseline kill point value. For example, if a plat player kills a diamond player, that kill counts as 12 instead of 10 RP. Some points of clarifications. Victims do not lose more or less points when killed in terms of entry costs. Only the killer receives the modifier. Apex Predator and Masters are treated as the same tier. An encounter rate with someone of a tier 3 So 3 tiers difference is ultra rare, less than 0.1%. Ranked matchmaking is staying the same. So in general, you'll come across identical tiers. In cases where you squad up with a different rank friend or merge into a different tier lobby, your KP will be adjusted appropriately. If they are 3 tiers less than you, you only get 3 kill points on them. If they are 3 more than you, you get 20. If they're the same, you get 10. That's interesting. After tier differences are taken into account for kill points, a flat per kill bonus is added based on placement. Dude, this is a little confusing. I think we're just going to have to jump in there and see what happens. The maximum kill point RP is 175. Any kill-related RP that exceeds that after placement and tier modifiers are added doesn't affect total RP. The final step is to add a flat placement bonus. Enough with the math, let's explain these changes with an example. As a Platinum player, you party up with your Diamond friend and matchmake into a lobby with similarly skilled players. You snag second place with 6 kills and or assists against Diamond players and 3 on Plat players. Each kill on those Diamond players is worth 12 points instead of the typical 10 because they are 1 rank tier higher than you, which we see right here. It's 12 because it's 1 higher. Each kill on those Diamond players is worth 12 instead of the typical 10 because they are 1 rank. That leaves us with the 12 times 6 and 10 times 3, 102 RP. Now let's take placement into account. In second, the per kill bonus is 10, so our 9 kills including assists is times 10, and that is 90. So this is just a way for you to be rewarded. Like if it kind of makes it even better to go after those better skilled teams, because when you kill them, you're going to get more RP. If you see like a Pred team landing, you're going to get a lot more RP, but they will get a lot less RP if they kill you. Because look at the difference here. So if you are Plat and you're running against Masters or something, you can get a lot higher RP by killing those higher skilled players, and they will get less for killing you. We're going to see how these changes. Stay tuned. This is only the start of what we have in store for ranked improvements. Ranked Arenas escape. We learned a lot from this first season of Ranked Arenas and are eager to bring some improvements. Arena Ranked now has 2 splits similar to Ranked Battle Royale. Along with each new season and split, there is a soft MMR reset and new placement matches. New seasons require the usual 10 placement matches, while a new split only requires 5 placement matches. Improvements have been made to the matchmaking for finding similarly skilled teammates. Reduce AP amount gained or lost from MMR differences between the teams. Now let's go ahead to the big stuff here. Wattson, this is what everyone was waiting for. Move aside, Ash. This is Wattson season. Why? It's like she's getting an heirloom or something. What? We're ecstatic to finally share some long anticipated Wattson improvements. Her win rate and encounter win rate have always been above average. This could be for a multitude of reasons. Her defensive playstyle correlates to higher average placements. Wattson mains are diehard loyalists, and her hitbox has been the smallest in the game ever since Lifeline's adjustment. Regardless, much of the high-level data that we've shared doesn't match perception. Play a few games as Wattson, and you'll often find yourself wanting more out of her kit. The goal of these changes is to redistribute her invisible power into parts of her kit that shape the battlefield in a unique way. We wanted to see what changes could spark more consistency and efficacy in her kit, and ideally ground some of the difficulties surrounding the way her abilities work. We want to enable more active gameplay from Wattson players by smoothing out the rough edges and placing fences. Responsiveness tweaks, long range, and faster cooldowns mean that Wattson can much more quickly and reliably set up defensive positions or even use her fences and pylon in the midst of open combat in a pinch. Generally, improve the reliability and responsiveness of playing Wattson's tactical and ultimate in worlds objects. Wattson can place her tactical and ultimate objects on solid or valid surfaces above Wattson's eye level to a reasonable extent. General hitbox size increase to compensate for removal of low profile. Oh man, her hitbox was like really small, man. I knew her hitbox was small. When she first came out, she was so hard to hit if you were playing against someone who's really good at strafing. It was annoying. Tactical perimeter defense. Increase damage on crossing offense by 33%, so from 15 to 20 now. Increase debuff duration on crossing offense by 100%, so 1.5 to 3 seconds now. Increase the time allowance to be hit again by a subsequent offense to 1 second. Decrease recharge time by 50%, 30 to 15 seconds. Increase placement range by 50%. Decrease the delay between fences shutting off and reactivating after an ally passes through them. Wattson now moves in unarmed speed while readying placing fence nodes, so she can move much faster. Fence nodes can now be placed as soon as a weapon is readied instead of waiting for the animation to finish. So that's interesting. Ultimate intercept pylon. The pylon output has been significantly reworked. Reduce the number of active pylons can place from 3 to 1. The pylon now lasts forever instead of timing out after 90 seconds. The pylon now has a pool of 250 shields that can be distributed to nearby players instead of effectively infinite shields. Increase the pylon shield recharge rate by 150% and smooth regen rate. So it recharges way faster, but it has a maximum of 250%. The pylon does not get destroyed. It stays forever. When a pylon is out of shields, it no longer recharges player shields, but can still zap incoming ordinances. Taking damage while regenerating shields via the pylon delays continued regeneration by 1 second. The UI on the ground and HUD elements now display the amount of shields that remained in the pylon, which is nice. Pinging a friendly pylon will now display the percentage of shields remaining in the pylon. Pylon ordnance zapping has been moderately reworked. Ordnance is now zapped when the pylon detects that it would hit any surface within range and line of sight of the pylon, instead of being zapped as soon as it comes within range. As a part of the changes, current issues where the pylon doesn't reliably zap ordnance, particularly concerning airstrike abilities and ordnance that bounce off surfaces near the pylon, should now be addressed. So, bounce changes, supply drop rotation. This season, the triple take returns to the floor loot, and taking its place is a G7 Scout. The Scout enters the supply drop with its old friend, the double tap trigger equipped. Hop ups, dual shell. Each round loaded into the massive or the 30-30 repeater is doubled. What? That sounds crazy. Fully kitted rotation. Added massive 30-30 repeater, R301, car longbow, and removed this Peacekeeper, Rampage, RE45, flatline, and charge rifle. The EVA 8. Fire rate reduced from 2.1 to 2. Dev note, with the reduced bolt scaling we've done in previous passes, the EVA 8 is still performing ahead of the shotgun. So they are hitting the base fire rate, should help balance the shotgun. Peacekeeper, slightly increased pellet size. That's nice. Choke up time reduced from 1.5 to 1.25. Choked up shots remain tight for slightly longer when exiting ADS. So they are buffing the Peacekeeper. They are nerfing the EVA 8. Longbow damage reduced from 60 to 55. L-Star reduced barrel effectiveness at all rarity tiers. So the L-Star's getting nerfed, significantly reduced projectile collision size, and reduced damage from 18 to 17. The G7 Scout damage increased from 34 to 36. Double tap added to supply drop. It's only getting buffed because it's going to be a drop weapon, which I think is great. Make it powerful. Supply drop weapon. So early game crate weapon rate increased from 25 to 50%. Mid game crate rate increased from 50% to 75. Late game from 75 to 100. So pushing a supply drop in the end game and whiffing on a weapon feels pretty rough. We want to improve the reliability of getting crate weapons out of supply drops throughout all phases of the game. Don't worry, we're adjusting crate respawn rates accordingly to keep them in line. I think this is a great move. No one wants to open a crate late game and get a purple shield. That's like, or gold helmet. Hot zone gold loot rate. Increase amount of gold loot that spawns in hot zones. Crafting, increase ammo from crafting. Light ammo is now 60. Wow. Heavy is now 60. Energy is now 60. Shotgun is 24. Arrows is 48. Snipers 36. That's huge. Crafting ammo price increased from 5 to 10 per weapon. Evo ammo points from crafting increased from 100 to 150. Evo armor points cost increased from 45 to 50. Replaced sniper bundle with the shotgun bundle featuring the dual shell. Now this is really cool. This is really nice because now crafting is going to be something that you're actually going to look out for when you land. Now usually it's not even a thought, especially you know you watch the higher tier gameplay and you would expect that it would be a thought of where they're going to land. Oh, there's a crafter over here. How are we going to adjust? No, they don't care because the crafter doesn't really matter that much. But this is a game changer, so that's huge. Prowler. So we got enemy NPC updates. Prowler health across the game has gone up from 90 to 114, Storm Point and World's Edge. Prowlers on World's Edge and Flyers on Kings Canyon now reward Evo points 25%. All damage done to AI now rewards progress or Evo. Arenas, supply drop. Supply drop will now land outside the first ring if possible and land 10 seconds earlier. Purple weapons now spawn more in earlier rounds. Okay. That's good. That's good to see. Supply drop no longer spawns Blue Havoc or Devotion or Gold RE45. So they changed some prices. The Mozambique for a purple one is now going up 50 and the blue one is going up 25. The P2020 price has been greatly reduced. RE45 has been reduced. The Prowler price has been reduced. The R99 price has been adjusted. The base has been reduced. The blue has been increased. Purple has been increased. Hemlock has been decreased by 50 on the base. Quality of life UI CMates will now show that they are self-reviving on their in-world game tags. Added VO for players who communicate they are out of ammo. Updated the arena map rotation images to show up to 5 maps. Updated social awareness badges to look as default for all accounts. So this is something that we saw today. If one of your badges disappeared, there's a Black Lives Matter badge, there's a Pride badge, and I believe the other one was the Asian hate badge, I believe. Those badges are all going to be available and coming back. So keep that in mind. They are going to be permanent and they're going to be available for everyone. It currently is a bug if you don't have it and you're wondering what's going on. Besides that, we have a bunch of fixes. Doesn't seem like it's going to really matter. These fixes usually are pretty useless. So if you want to go ahead and look at that, go ahead and check out the notes in the description. Otherwise, I'm going to jump on stream right now. I hope to see you guys. I will be streaming for about 2 hours. So if you're just catching this video that I'm probably on right now, come on by, hang out. Let's talk about the patch and all the changes. And I will catch you guys next time. Take care.